This is probably what I have been the most excited about. And I can't, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's like even too hot for me to be wearing the sweater. That's how excited I am. So, I have the most exciting product to review ever. Not really ever, but this is what I've been dying to get back in review because I've been traveling and I saw that this palette is coming out and I bought it immediately, get it sent to me, and it was waiting for me when I got back home. And I'm so excited, and it's the Kat Von D Saint and Sinner palette. So this is what the outside of the box looks like. This is what the back looks like, which has all the colors and the names. Which is kind of funny because my mom was, like, my mom's not even into makeup, but when I got back, she had opened the package and she had taken the palette out of the actual box. And look at this stunning, stunning packaging. Honestly, I'm very excited about the colors inside, but the way that Kat Von D explained how she designed the outside is just hit home. She talked about visiting cathedrals and churches and being very inspired by the stained glasses and how the light came in through the glass. And I love churches. I love cathedrals. I've been all over Europe, and that's usually one of the places that I always make sure to go to is churches because I'm obsessed with the mosaics and the stained glass and just how churches make me feel. And they're super dark and gothic and just, I just feel so amazing in them. And seeing that she created this, I was like, I have to have this. Like, makes it even more special is the color factor. Like, there's so many different colors in here, and you can do so many different looks with this. I honestly cannot wait to put this on my face. Literally, I feel like I would just want to shove my face in here. But I'm going to stop rambling now because people don't like when I ramble. And this is going to be like a first impressions, basically, because I've not touched this. I've not. Yeah, I know you've seen like 1,000 swatches, so I'm not even going to swatch this. I just want to put this on my face, play around with it, do a makeup look with it, and just tell you how I feel as I go along. So this is about as close as we are going to get to my eyes. I hope that is close enough for you. What Kat Von D did say is that it can be a little overwhelming looking at the palette with all these different colors. So what she suggests doing is looking at it with one side closed. So you have the Sinner and the Saint side, and the color combination should make a little more sense if you do close the palette, which I think I'm just going to dip into whatever shades call my name. Well, my eyes are already set and primed. I did have a little bit of foundation and Tarte Shape Concealer on my eyes because I did a foundation kind of review on my channel, which will be up later. So I'm going to go in with this color right here and kind of just put it all over my lid. And this is the color called Amen. 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 Take any big kind of fluffy brush, dip into here, and just put this on my eyelids. Kind of try and block out as much of the pigmentation on my eyelids. Not very many matte colors in here, which is kind of I'm not a huge fan of tons of shimmer, but some of these colors are just to die for. So, okay, so I already picked out that I want to use this olivey color, so I guess I'm going to build it around that. So, to start, I'm going to take the color called Martyr, and it's this one right here, and I'm going to use this as my transition color. So I'm going to take a blending brush. This is the rounded crease brush, and I'm going to dip into Martyr and start putting this in my crease. I hope that I didn't forget how to do makeup, honestly, because I haven't really done eyeshadow in like 2 months. So this blends in very nicely, and the color is kind of like a baby pukey color, which I dig. It's a very nice transition, and it's blending out seamlessly. It's not patchy at all, and the pigmentation is bomb. Like, it's showing up very nicely, and it's very buildable. So it started pretty sheer, and I just keep adding to it to build it up. So sticking with the same brush and kind of going below my crease and into my crease. So the next color that I'm going to take is going to be Crucifix, which is this deep brown right here, and I'm kind of going to do this a little bit lower in the crease and kind of more towards the outer V. I'm going to dip in, knock off the excess and kind of start placing this in the outer V. And I don't know how pigmented and how dark this is, so I really want to start out very, very slowly and build this color up. And dark colors can sometimes be patchy, so I don't want to just chuck this on my eye and then regret it, because you can always add more color, but you can't take away color. It seems to be blending in pretty nicely, and it's a very neutral brown color, so it's not too warm. And these two colors are from the different sides, so you can mix and match if you want. Like, there's no rules about it. So I'm gonna add a little bit more up in here. So with dark colors, what I like to do is I like to kind of pat them where I'm gonna want them, and then I like to blend them out. So just kind of tap, 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 tap where you want the majority of the product to be, and once it's tapped on, you can start circling and windshield wiper motioning. That's not a word, I made that up. This one seems to be a tiny bit harder to work with than the first color, but definitely not anything not doable. So I'm gonna tilt my head back and kind of place it in the crease this way, because if I don't do that, then I have these weird gaps. So just figure out your eye shape and play around with it and see what you need to do to make the colors work for you. So this is definitely a very neutral brown. It looks almost a little charcoal to me, unless I'm like stupid or colorblind. But to me, it looks a little bit more charcoaly than, you know, a brown on this eye. But it does blend out nicely. It's not chalky. It doesn't seem to be skipping around. And this seems to be very true to Kat Von D's formula. This is exactly how her other shadows feel from her other palettes. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of the color Martyr again and kind of blend this out. Or all over the lid. I'm not trying to do a shit ton of different colors on here, because then it's just going to get too messy. Oh god, duh. So glad that didn't like actually fall into any of the shades, because I could have just literally ruined it. So the color that I was extremely drawn to is Immaculate, which is this kind of olivey green, but it's a sparkle olive green. And I'm going to take my small shadow brush. This is kind of like a flat, looks like a shader brush, and I'm going to dip into the shadow. And I'm not using any kind of Fix Plus or anything. I just want to see what the pigmentation looks like without any kind of setting spray. That's honestly not bad for no setting spray. Oh my god, this color is so beautiful. Holy shit. Oh. Ha. Get it? No pun intended, because this is like a churchy type of palette. I am obsessed with this color. Holy shit. This is what the top looks like. So for the bottom, I'm gonna go and use a little... This is the A1 by Anastasia. It's a little kind of flat brush, and I'm going to go in with Crucifix and go underneath my eye and go as close as I can to the lash line. And I'm going to go all the way down, and I'm going to take a little blender brush, like a little pencil blender brush, and this is the MAC 219, and I'm going to go into the color Martyr and just blend that out. And for the inner corner, I'm taking my shader inner corner E46 by Sigma, and let's see. I want to go ahead and do this color right here. It's called Absolution. It's supposed to be kind of like a topper, but I want to see what it looks like if I just place it in the inner corner. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a topper color. It's a very nice frosty. It looks like a little more silver in the pan, but on my eye, it seems to have a little more of a gold reflect. And I'm also going to just pop this underneath my brow, whatever is left on the brush. I need to do my eyebrows, don't judge me. That is what this eye looks right now. So I'm going to sign off for a second, do the other eye, and I will be right back. So basically, I am the silliest person ever, and didn't really hit record when I should have hit record, so I am doing this many hours down the line, which I guess is kind of okay, because now I get to give you more of a review versus a first impressions. I get to tell you how the makeup did throughout the day. So considering the fact that I've been through rain, and it's been about 9 hours ever since putting this eyeshadow on, hence the dramatic lighting change. I think that it looks still really good. It's a little worn down underneath the eye, but that's expected. I rub my eyes a lot and things of that sort. So, but basically I wanted to do a little rundown of this palette, which is what is on my eyes. I think that if you are a makeup just guru or person or makeup lover or artist, I think that this is something that will totally inspire you to be as creative as you can be. So I think that on that level, this is something that's completely worth your money. Another point is the fact that it's limited edition, and Kat Von D is very good at discontinuing her palettes. So once they run out, and she doesn't bring palettes back. So if you don't get a palette, you're kind of like shit out of luck, basically. I think that her formula sticks to what her eyeshadows always are, and she hasn't changed the formula, and if she has it, they've only improved. I do like it on that perspective as well. Everything blended really easily, has stayed on my eyes fairly well throughout the day, hasn't budged, it hasn't crumbled down, it hasn't really smeared anywhere. Like I said, considering the fact that I rub my eyes, like the eye makeup is usually off from underneath my eyes anyways at the end of the day. Yeah, I think that this is definitely something that is, I think it's worth your money. You get 24 shades in here. This does retail for $62, which is a little bit expensive, but I think for what you're getting, the packaging, which is stunning, the color combinations, the amount of shadow that you're getting, and the fact that it is limited edition and her formula, I think $62 is a fairly decent price. So I would absolutely recommend this. I know that I'll be using this for many fall tutorials, and just I'll be eating this palette up throughout the fall season and the winter time because the colors just remind me of fall, and I think it's such a beautiful palette and I really love it. And yeah, I completely think that if you have been considering it, that you should totally buy it before it runs out. Basically, that's my opinion on this. I think it's a totally worth it palette, and I hope that you enjoyed this, or whatever this video comes out to be, because I totally didn't film an intro and an outro. So my intro is just going to be me jumping right into the makeup palette and playing around with it. But I also do want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has recently subscribed, and people who are watching my videos, and even for the people who are leaving negative comments. Thank you for telling me that my background and my autofocus is really annoying, because I have fixed those issues, so hopefully that is not distracting anymore. And the lighting is off right now, but during the daytime it's perfectly fine and it's all handy dandy. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy this. I hope that you can use this as a way to make a decision for yourself if you want this or not. And yeah, pretty much I will see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.